Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody out there doing today? And when you see the three of us together, y'all already know nothing good is finna happen. It's Cowboys Uncut, the most unadulterated, most unfiltered, uncensored Cowboys content podcast in America, in the world, Craig.
Absolutely.
And hey, in the middle, we got West Coast Cowboy in the building, Mr. Run the Damn Ball himself. And then to the far right, we got the most nefarious, underhanded, conniving, despicable
Mischief.
human being, yes, mischievous
Wow.
person in all of the South, landlord from Alabama. How y'all gentlemen doing today, man?
Doing great, man. Before that introduction, I was doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? then you realize dudes ain't your friend. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. I'm all right. I'll be all right.
Don't
You
be
know
like
what I'm
that. Don't be like that,
saying? What's going on? Cowboy
man.
Nation.
Man,
Shoot,
Let's get it.
go ahead.
we finna put an APB out on both y'all. Honestly, like West Coast was out here living life. Forgot there was content to be made. Landlord and took a trip. Like you ain't allowed to leave the state, but you still took a trip,
Wow. I ain't know that.
man.
No, my
Actually,
PO don't
why you
know.
put why you
I'm
putting
just
that man business out? It's actually why you putting that man business out in the street. It's actually the county, and we all know what you're talking about, state. But
Yeah,
and I was my 7-on-7 team. We got invited to participate in the Gladiator event, which is all the top 7-on-7 teams in Southern California. So that's where we was at. That's where I was at all weekend. So we ended up getting third, which was, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, my kids, man, as a coach, man, you assess your talent, bro, and like the team that I when we got there that I knew was gonna win ended up winning. We didn't even get to play them, which I wish I would have. I wanted to play them because they're the best team in California, and they ended up winning it, but they struggled. You know what I'm saying? And we ended up getting we got third place. You know what I'm saying? I'm the offensive coordinator, so I'm responsible for the points. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, like I said on my post in this league, I'm known as Mr. Throw the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? But we
what?
we was rolling, man. We was
you
rolling,
throwing
bruh.
that thing. Man.
Yeah, we was rolling, bruh. We was rolling.
Mm-mm.
That's what's up.
But yeah, man. But hey, shout out to everybody out there right now, man. We got 41 people in the building in Calton. Um,
Salute.
shout out
But
to
hey, but
Jam.
remember, my Facebook can't be connected. So we actually there's more on my Facebook. We got over 100 people on my Facebook. So
All right, well, salute to everybody out there. I didn't realize you didn't have your Facebook up on here,
Salute.
but
yeah,
salute
because it's
to all them
tripping.
folks too. But yeah, salute to Dan Burke, Miss Regina Green, Michael Lockhart, 434 Cowboy, Etta Lockhart, Sin City Cowboy, Joe Chanchina from Italy, not China, Jameson Taylor, Desmond Ironman, Kelvin Hicks, Donna Mamacita, Jameson Taylor, Justin Kitchen, John Jones. Salute to everybody that I can see, and salute to everybody over there with West that is invisible to my naked eye.
Yes, sir.
He said, he and Anthony Estridge, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, my boy. So, hey,
Hey,
I
shout
got
out to my boy Marvin for the 200 bands. Shout out to my boy Dwayne not Keitner. The K is silent. Appreciate you, my boy.
Salute.
salute. Poster Pack 2208. He got that the bell just touched down. Okay, my boy.
Wait a
Hey,
minute.
get
Who
that on
name
the
that
road.
is?
What?
He on here.
He
Poster
gotta
Pack.
be on my side. That's a
He,
that's a trap word, the name right there.
it says
Oh, he ain't even on my side. He on
he in
West
the liquor
side.
store. He in the liquor store.
Oh, he in the liquor store. Oh,
What's his
okay.
name?
Poster Pack.
Poster
Poster
pack.
pack.
Man, that pack traveling. What's up,
That
man?
pack touched down in the trap.
What's good?
Hey, I
Hey,
ain't gonna lie, that's the best feeling in the world, bro. When you get that touchdown emoji, bro, that's the best feeling in the world, bro. Cause you
indeed.
be wanting to spend the money, but you got to hold on to it just in case. You know what I mean? Because good customer service say if it don't arrive, you gotta put it back in the box. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put it back in that post office. You feel me? But
Hey, I dig that. Hey, someone else just touched down. That cash out from El Professor just touched down and caused hell right in the cash out. Salute to you for the 20 piece. Thank you for the
appreciate
love
you,
and
man.
support, my boy.
Salute, Mr. L Professor. We already know he a gold in this thing. We appreciate you, man.
Indeed. Diamond and DJ Squad said he had to come to your YouTube. This is Long Live Dion. Salute, man.
Salute.
And
Dwayne D.
long live Dion too.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, hey, so let's talk about it, man. You know, today was the very first day of the NFL Combine. Now, listen, me personally, I am not a huge combine guy no more. You know, I have seen too many sorry dudes run fast 40 times and go to the NFL and do absolutely nothing. I remember John Ross ran a 4.22 at the combine, and after 8 years, this man ain't even got 1,000 yards receiving. So, you know, like I love the combine. It's entertainment. It has a great entertainment value. You know, there are some guys that will make themselves some money. But I'm not super big on the combine being this thing. Oh, hey, El Professor just hit somebody. I had to stop the show. He just
God
hit
damn, I
somebody.
hope it was me. I hope it was me. I'm gonna tell him thank you. I hope it was me.
Hey,
Shit.
Man, appreciate you, Mr.
It's,
$49.99.
Epps.
hey, it's off season around this mug. If you know what that means we working crazy. All listen to me. All them favors we called in during the regular season, they cashing them in right now. That's why landlord working these crazy ass hours. That's why West Coast working these crazy ass hours. Why? Because I had to promise like 9 people in November, December, January that if you work for me this week, I'm gonna take care of you next week. And guess what? Cowboys did not win the Super Bowl, and they cashing in on all that shit. I'm taking
Dang,
out trashes. I'm washing
absolutely.
folks' cars. It's all type of crazy stuff folks got. I'm coaching people's girls 7-on-17. Like I'm coaching 4 teams right now.
We
4.
doing
Hey,
our
El
we
Professor,
doing our kind of work today,
El
man.
Professor
You know
said check
how
your
it
cash out, Wiz.
Oh my
El,
mama, I love El Professor. My
El
mama a
Professor
Cowboy fan too.
He the
El
realest one
Professor
in the
is a
world,
goat,
man.
man. He blessing everybody, man. We
Hey,
appreciate you, man. Real
El
talk.
Professor trying to be the new Regina Green. I see you, man. I see you, man.
Hey, El
Ain't he the
Professor a
goat?
goat in his own right. But
And he's all
man,
right.
let's get on this content, man. You see the people are paying. They wanna hear us talk about this good old Cowboys content. So what y'all got on y'all mind, man? We gotta make sure we get them some of this heat today. Let's go.
Man, hey, you know, we just here to talk about the combine, bro. I'm just saying, like, it's newsworthy because it's happening. You know, this is the springboard into the NFL draft. I know the draft is 2 months away, but this is the springboard. There will be people that make money, there will be people that lose money, all at the NFL combine because people still put a lot of stock in how you test out, even if you got good
Excuse me.
film. They can listen, they can see you get 1,500 yards in college as a receiver. But if you run a 4.6, your ass gonna be a 4th round pick.
True. Like you said, you can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money. That's why some of these top prospects is like no miles. They don't want to play. They don't want to fight. They gonna sit back and let their money stack up and don't bother their bag. So I understand that as well. Like if you Marvin Harrison Jr., how can you increase your draft stock? There's no way you can do it. Like anything he do, it's probably gonna be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So he might as well just sit back, relax, and just make sure he get the top price for what he can get. You know what I'm saying? Because if he do anything, he go out there and run a 4.5, that might turn some people nose up. If he go out there and run a 4.4, you know what I'm saying? It might turn some people nose up. They might have been like, I thought you was a 4.3 guy. Like they don't know what to think if you don't go out there and do the drills and stuff. So I'm pretty sure he might not run, but I bet you he gonna do the catching drills and stuff like that. He gonna do that.
Or let me double check. I think he's skipping the combine altogether. I could be mistaken.
Ooh, he already know where he supposed to be at, so he probably like, yeah, I ain't got to do nothing.
I mean, if when you're already projected going number 2 overall, number 3 overall, and not even going to the combine, like there's really nothing he can do but hurt the stock, like you said.
Exactly. Is you in a really like tough spot if you one of those guys, like if you Marvin Harrison Jr., somebody the top rated wide receiver. So like it's not much he can do to improve, and it's a whole lot he can do to drop his stock. So you know what I'm saying? Which side would you lay on?
Uh, if it was me personally, and I already and listen, he is doing some stuff I ain't never seen. This man ain't got an agent. This man ain't doing the combine. Like he said, "See me when you see me. I'll holler at y'all at the draft."
His
So
daddy know the ropes. He like, I
Yeah,
got you,
I was gonna
son.
say that too.
yeah, like I said,
I got you,
he got a
son.
Hall of Fame daddy as his mentor. So like I'm pretty sure whatever advice that he is getting, he getting
It's the best.
some damn good advice at this point.
Best for him. Yeah.
But let's circle this all back around for the Dallas Cowboys, right? Because remember, Mike Zimmer will not be there in Indianapolis. Mike McCarthy will not be there in Indianapolis. Well, it will be the scouts and a couple of our positional coaches out there to talk to people and watch the combine. So, would you put any stock in the Dallas Cowboys, knowing them? Do you think that they would frown their nose up if anybody on their draft board doesn't go through the drills in the combine?
I mean, like we said, I pray they put more stock on the film
I
anyway.
hope so too.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's more important, because like if you pad a film with the numbers that you get from the combine, that's like a you know what I'm saying, a win-win. That's just putting more emphasis on it. I wouldn't take nothing away from these kids if I see them on film doing the things that I see them do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see them separating on film, I wouldn't care if he ran a 4.5. You know what I'm saying? If I see him chopping up people on the routes, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't care too much about his 40 time, because that's not the end all be all. Like, how much did y'all boy do last year? Like, he was over there with what's his name, Daniel Jones and Dana DeVito and them and stuff.
Hyatt.
But Jalen Hyatt, everybody was wilding about his speed. Like, I know it's just 1 year, but it was a lot of 1 year players that showed up and showed out, and they name went Jalen Hyatt. So I mean, just running fast don't necessarily, like, you know, correlate to being a great wide receiver, y'all. Like, we got to get out of that mindset. Look at what's that boy name that everybody had on their team? The Rams drafted him, and we had him, Tavon Austin.
Yeah,
look how fast he was. He didn't never pan out nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So being fast don't necessarily like automatically equate to 40 time. That's what I mean, to being a great receiver. That's what I want people to realize.
Tavon had a solid career though. You know what I'm saying? He had
solid to where he was drafted at.
He had a solid career. You know
they wanted him to be a dog. They drafted him in the first round.
They thought he was Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But he was Tyreek Hill before Tyreek Hill, and like he was a real slot receiver before the NFL really had slots. Like a slot receiver back then was like a demotion. That's why a guy like Dez Bryant didn't want to be in the slot, because Dez is like, I'm not trying to be in the slot, fool. I'm an X. You know what I'm saying? So now the NFL has changed now, where it's like, just like with the slot corner, bro. Slot corner used to be a punishment position. You know what I'm saying? That was a transition position. That was a position you put a young player in so that he could get better to get on the boundaries. Now you have slot corners making as much money as boundary corners. Why? Because slot receivers are better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
very true.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say, man, my thoughts on the combine is this: the combine is fine and dandy. It's just about the fans and their perception of the combine. The NFL can do whatever they want to have. Like, listen to me. Isn't the Pro Bowl skills competition a combine?
Sort of, yeah.
Because think about this. Dak goes there, and there was a video of him missing some circles on a moving circular thing, and everybody took that video, it was a couple years back, as him being an inaccurate quarterback because he couldn't hit some blah blahs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I seen, and listen to me, I am not an Eagles fan. I am only using this as an example. Jalen Hurts goes there this past year. He's doing the same drill. Micah Parsons looks way better than him at the drill. Jalen Hurts is the dude that never won MVP. Now I'm gonna tell you this right here. I listen to me. I'm not gonna disrespect my football acumen by saying I believe that Micah Parsons is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I don't believe that at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that Micah Parsons is better at that drill than Jalen Hurts is. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? If you're a Cowboy fan, you know what your perception of that is? The exact same we said. Man, the second best quarterback in the East is Micah Parsons. We better than da-da-da-da. So what it all really comes down to is it's the NFL can have all these dog and pony show things that they do. You know what I'm saying? The NFL combine is just the oldest one. You know what I'm saying? And the real reason why we have the NFL combine back in the day is because you got to remember, back in the day, not everybody played on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the combine
was their first time actually seeing them guys sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. So for an NFL combine back in the 70s and 80s, this was an opportunity for people to come together, to get all these players together and put them on the same field. You couldn't put them in helmets and shoulder pads and make them play a game. That's not conducive. One game is not conducive. They would have to play a whole season against each other. You know what I'm saying? So That's what the combine was originally made for. It was originally made to come up with 12 different tests that you can test everybody out and come up with a perception of a player. The only problem is the fans, we are putting way too much stock in the combine.
On
You know what I'm
some
saying?
of that
Because
stuff
this is
for
my
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
The NFL combine should not change your opinion either way of a player. You want to know why? Because your original opinion of that player was him doing what?
Playing
Playing
football.
football.
Yeah. Look
So
at then
since
think
he's
about
not
this. This finna
playing
be quick.
football, but since he's not playing football, negatively or positively, the combine should not affect anybody.
I always
Because think about
remember
this.
Brady was a terrible test at the combine.
But
You
hey,
know
but
what
think
I'm
about this. Man, hold up. God damn it. I had this last thought I was gonna say. Oh my God. Hold up. Go ahead. Finish this.
I was just saying Brady was terrible. If you think about it, don't put too much stock on there because I think that should always be kind of like a reminder, like, watch them playing football opposed to doing drills and shorts and you know what I'm saying, and
Oh,
t-shirts.
I got it. I was gonna say it's the equivalent of honestly, it's the equivalent of it's almost like preseason. You know what I'm saying? Like reason why they don't keep preseason stats. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing is because it's not necessarily preseason, but I lost my train of thought, so I'm trying to save it right now. But I mean, I had this fire analogy I was gonna say, man, but long story short, bruh, nobody should be able to go up or down in the NFL combine because the NFL combine is literally reps. Like there's no way to compare. There's no way to compare what a guy does when 6 footballs are being thrown at him versus when he's in on the line facing man coverage and he has to beat a safety and a goddamn corner. Like that doesn't make any sense at all. There's never going to be a time he's going to catch 6 footballs in a row. So, like, to be honest with you, I'm the type of guy that I've even lobbied for the 40 time to be excluded, because to be honest with you, the 40 time is just a big event that brings the NFL notoriety. But I'm going to ask you a question. When does a quarterback, we're going to go through all the positions real quick. When does a quarterback run a 40? Lamar Jackson, mighty. If Lamar Jackson's running a 40, the whole defense went and sat down.
But
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
but before we get too far ahead in that, let's just sum this up. When do people run in a straight line in the NFL?
Never, bruh.
Never. And that's the
Never.
only thing, and that's the only thing that the
Special
40
teams is the only time.
yeah.
Special teams is the only time you're running 40 yards.
Exactly, and that's the only time you run fast in a straight line.
In a straight line.
What does it matter running fast in a straight line when most of the routes, if you're a wide receiver, most of the routes that you're going to be running, you're going to be going up and then you're going to go in. I'm gonna go straight at you, then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go straight, but then I'm gonna bend this way. I got to run
Almost every
forward.
route in the NFL, something's going to happen at 7
Yeah,
yards.
there is one route. There is one route in the playbook that requires
No.
you to run in a straight line, and that is a go ball,
9
a
route,
9
fly
route.
route.
And
That's
think
it.
about this. People be thinking a fade route. Nope. Because a fade route, your job on a fade route is to get to the outside shoulder of the cornerback. And a fade route is a quick throw. That's not a deep throw. You know what I'm saying? I learned that too. Learned that in this football camp.
Cornerbacks run backwards. So what the hell does it matter how fast they run in a straight line? They're
Never, bro.
backpedaling. They're backpedaling, turning, stopping on a dime. Like what the hell does that them running a 40 matter?
See, you really need to put a little more stock in some of the other drills opposed to the 40.
The
You know what I'm saying?
cone, the 3-cone drill is the best
the
one.
3-cone and the long jump, because that kind of measure your explosiveness coming off the line. You know what I'm saying?
Broad jump,
it's the broad jump. But it's certain stuff like that you can kind of measure stuff and kind of equate it to football. But don't just look at 40 time. Well, yeah, that was. We need to go back because one of them years it was like everybody ran a 4.3. Like how good that receiver core was. Y'all remember that? It was historic.
But
Everybody ran a 4.3.
It doesn't calculate how you can run a 4.1. Like I know some dudes. Like there's some track stars dudes that can run probably low threes. I mean high threes. I'm pretty
can't
sure
play football.
and can't play football to save their life, bruh.
And listen, you're running a 40 like he said earlier. You're in shorts. Like dog, you're gonna have weighted equipment on when you.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you the most important thing you'll ever learn about the 40 time. When football players for the most part, they either love track or they hate track, right? And the only time a football player is going to get advice from someone who runs track is when it's
During the
time to
40.
run 40.
That's it.
And you're going to run it like you're going to run a 40 time like a track athlete. You're not even running the 40 time like a football player. Because my question is this: how often is a football player in a 3-point stand and then jumps up and takes off and runs 40 yards?
Never.
Not one position, not one play.
Ask him how fast Jerry Rice 40 was.
4.7.
And he got the numbers to say he's the greatest wide receiver ever. But he ran a 4.7.
I think
That's what I said. And then
ran like a
the greatest receiver of all time probably ran slow. And
then
the
he was cooking while he was an old man too. That's all.
I think about this. The greatest receiver of all time probably ran a slow 40, and the fastest 40 of all time is probably by a receiver we don't know.
John Ross.
And think about that. That's crazy, right? That lets you know how important it is.
4.22. The man been in the league since 2017, and he doesn't even have 1,000 yards. He's actually been out the league a couple times since then.
Hey, somebody should tweet that. Hey, before y'all start writing people off for the bad 40 times, remember the best receiver in football ran a 4. The best receiver ever catch a football ran a 4.7, and the fastest 40 ever is a guy you don't know. So, yeah, I mean.
Let me see.
Yeah, like you said, that short area quickness and stuff like that. That's
And I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, LandLord, you a wide receiver. Listen to me. Even though speed does kill, a 4.1 receiver that can only run fast is pretty easy to defend. All you do is hang a safety on top of him. That's it. You can't listen to me. 2 things you can't outrun. If you live in the hood, you know you can't outrun what? The dirty bird. You're not outrunning a helicopter. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're a receiver, I'm gonna tell you something else. You're not outrunning a safety. You may beat the safety. Why? Because his ass fell down and he was looking the wrong way. But if that safety see you running and that ball coming at the same time, you got to remember he has a 15 to 20 yard head start on you. And you got to catch him before you catch the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to defend if that's all. Listen to me. Deshaun Jackson, listen to me. If you go look at what Deshaun Jackson through his career, I'm not saying that he was like, I'm not taking away from anything that he did, but there's a lot of times it was just broken coverage, bro. And you have pure speed just phew.
Yep. Which is true. I was going to say, I'm just going down the list of people that had some subpar 40 times. Keenan Allen, multi-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, 4.7. Cooper Kupp, 4.6. Jerry Rice, 4.7. CeeDee Lamb only ran a 4.5.
DeAndre Hopkins ran a 4.5.
Yeah, like there's a bunch.
I'm pretty sure Dez was heavy. Dez was heavy, so I'm pretty sure. If you're a heavy wide receiver, you're running slow.
And believe it or not, man, 4.5 sounds nasty and muddy these days, but that's fast enough. It really is. It's just a couple of seconds. What it is, like a few fractions of a second.
A fraction of a second.
Less than 4.4. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a difference, y'all. I think we look too much into that stuff.
And think about this too. Like, if you're a bigger receiver like a guy like Dez, if you want to run faster in the 40, you're gonna have to cut some weight too. Mm-hmm. Because listen, for 50 years, 100 years, we went through this phase in American track and field that we thought the more muscles we had, the faster we was running. That's why we had guys like Maurice Green and these big old huge dudes that was running. Then you saw the trend go back, and then you saw Jamaica do what? Put out these dudes that are skinny as hell that's running 9s and blah, 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 blah. Why? Because somebody remembered that muscle weighs more than anything else on your body. You know what I'm saying? So in order to run faster at the combine, you are part of the, like, if I was a guy and they were telling me I needed to run faster, the first thing I'm going to do is cut at least 10 pounds, because it's just like in a car. If you take weight out the car, naturally you're going to run faster.
Yeah, the aerodynamics tell you that you need to be more slender to cut through the wind. You know what I'm saying? The wider the car is, the slower it is most of the times. You know what I'm saying?
Another one.
Yeah.
I was just going to say another one. Anquan Bolden had a damn good career, 4.71.
Hey, shout out to him though, because
he looked faster on field.
I was about to bring him up when you said that about the demotion to the slot. Wes, I was about to bring him up. I was about to say, Anquan went over there and flourished in the slot though. He went and ate in the slot though, like, and he took it on like, okay, I go to the slot, and he went over there and cooked too.
What was Michael Irvin's?
No, he about 4'5".
He Miami, so them boys was moving to Miami.
4.52. So yeah.
Yeah, 4.5. That's like the standard speed, and it's not slow. It just sounds like it these days. You know what I'm saying? But it's really not.
I just feel like this.
4.27.
The NFL says, I feel like the NFL. If you're running between a 4, listen to me. The faster, I put it to you like this: the worser your 40 times, the better your routes need to be.
Damn.
Yeah.
They said Larry Fitzgerald only ran a 4.63.
I believe he was a monster on the outside.
Unguardable. They couldn't guard that man.
That boy was about 6'4", though, right? He was a monster though.
Hey, what Cole Beasley run? What Cole Beasley run?
Oh, Beasley was slow. He was slow for his size, but he had that footwork.
Route expert,
he had that footwork though.
Cole Beasley ran a 4.49.
Ooh, right,
ran a 4.4.
4.49. And that's the thing. What is the difference between a 4.49 and a 4.5?
And a 4.5, nothing.
A fraction of a second.
It looks so much bigger on paper, though. On paper, when you write it down, it looks so much bigger.
Listen, if Cole Beasley ran a 4.49, that was probably on a good day. You know what I'm saying? On a bad day, he probably run a 4.5. You know what I'm saying? Like he that was the best day. Or the dude who was clocking him gave him a favor that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about that one. But it's so small that it's insignificant.
Insignificant as hell. But like I said, route running, getting open, and being able to catch the damn ball, man. I wish I still had the person. I wish I still had the clip of the person that told the story. It was some podcast. They were talking to a former scout, and he used to work with Andy Reid when he was in Philly. They were scouting somebody, and he was trying to hype him up to Andy Reid. He said, "Yeah, he run this. He runs this far. He could bench this." And he said, Andy Reid just whispered, "But he can't catch."
And you useless as a wide receiver. You are useless if you cannot catch that football, man. And, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be so hard on people that be body catchers and not natural catchers of the football, because in certain situations, that stuff come back to hunt you, man. Like, it's okay when you make the catch, but then what about when the DB right there by you and you trying to body catch, the ball bounce off your chest, now it's an easy interception for the DB. That's why we tell you to catch the ball with your hands as much as possible, bro.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, learning to catch with your hands is at this level, not even this level, but it has to be taught, man, because naturally, if a ball's coming at you, most people are just going to do this. You know what I'm saying? You're not expecting contact when someone's throwing something to you in the world. You're expecting someone to just catch it. You know what I'm saying? And you want to catch it the most secure. So there be times like you have to uncoach bad habits. You know what I'm saying? Like my son, he has it when he first started catching. I don't know what I did wrong, but he had this habit of catching the ball like this, like he was throwing in a Dukin. You know what I'm saying?
Are you okay?
He was trying to trap the ball, though. He wasn't catching the ball. He was trying to trap the ball. He was trying to close his hands at the same time the ball gets in there. Bro, you're not going to be able to do that, bro. And even if you do, you're not going to be able to stop the ball. So what I literally had to go through is I had to go through a period of like, listen to me. Drop the ball. I don't care if you drop the football. As long as you drop the ball with your hands like this.
Yeah.
You understand? And then guess what? And eventually I'll be screaming, and you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm telling you, get your diamond. Now I'm telling him, squeeze the ball. Why? Because now it's set in his mind, I gotta at least get my hands like this. So it's a process, man. It's a process, bro. And then I'm gonna tell y'all, for y'all fathers that be watching these kids that be naturally dope in some things, what these cats is naturally dope in that your kid is, it's reversing something else, man. So keep your head up.
Indeed. I just wanted to pull this up real quick, because they ain't really doing much of nothing till Thursday. That's when all the testing and all the other stuff pops off. So Thursday, the defensive line and the linebackers going to work out. They'll do all this stuff Thursday. On Friday, the DBs and the tight ends are going to work, and that starts at 3 p.m. Saturday at 1. So, instead of Cowboys College, we might be peeking at the combine. Running backs, quarterbacks, and wideouts are going to work out at 1 p.m. Saturday. and then Sunday, offensive line, is going to be working out. So you're keeping track of players. You're still trying to scout players and stuff going into the draft. This is the breakdown on when each position group will be working out. So you can pencil me in to check out the running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers. Definitely, we damn sure need a running back. The Dallas
Brad, I'm
Cowboys.
gonna tell you, hey, the
What's
fact
up?
that the NFL doesn't do one-on-ones is corny. Like, it's almost not even worth watching, bro. You're gonna tell me you have the best quarterbacks in college football here today. You have the best wide receivers in college football here today.
You do.
You have the best cornerbacks in all of football here today. And don't nobody want to play no football.
Man.
They worried about that draft stock. All these agents on the sideline like, hey, man, my guy ain't doing
don't do it. Like, I mean, and I'm going to keep it real. The NFL is about to have a real problem. You want to know why? Because these top athletes are realizing this doesn't make financial. LandLord, you had a great point. If I'm Caleb Williams, financially, it doesn't make sense for me to go to the draft.
And he's not.
You're not. And think about this. You're not even paying me. So I'm going to literally go burn myself for free?
And the possibility of getting hurt trying to work out for you. Because there have been people that done tore their ACL at the combine.
And the possibility of dropping your draft stock as well. So it's way more negatives than positives for them to participate. Now look, us as fans,
for free though. Remember, LandLord, for free.
Now listen, us as fans, it sucks for us, but we do gotta remember this is a business. They worried about their well-being. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if one of these was your children. Think about it like that.
Yeah. So that's the only reason it sucks for us, because we can't get the best product or get the best observation on these kids. But at the same time, they do have to put themselves first and their well-being first, especially if you're not paying them and they done worked a long way, a long time to get to where they at. They just trying to be cautious and trying to be careful to make sure they get to their ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
So he's not going to the combine at all?
Caleb Williams not going to throw, if I'm not mistaken. He's not going to throw. Jaden Daniels.
So then he's not there. Your quarterback is not throwing.
Jaden Daniels is also going to wait until his pro day to do any of that. He also said, "F y'all, I'm not running." And hey, he's a running quarterback. I don't think he'll get the Lamar Jackson treatment because folks try to pigeonhole him as a wide receiver, wanting him to run. So I don't think that will happen. But I will say this. The people that do run, they are all the people that stand to actually benefit from running. Keon Coleman, who is like 6'4", 6'5", if he go out there and he run a good 40 time, he's going. His draft stock is going to go up. Like I already seen you mossing folks. I already seen you on tape with these double-digit touchdowns all these years.
Circus catch.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't think so. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Why I don't think so. Because you gotta think like this. If you're an NFL team, you spent the last year watching film. Listen, I'm gonna just say this right here. I'm the NFL scout. I've spent the last year watching LandLord and watching what he can do. And watching him do the bam, boo, boom, boo, boo. I got him slated where I want him at, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to the NFL draft. Henny DeMoore's there. He runs fast. He runs faster than my guy. He looks like he can catch faster. I would be the dumbest scout in the world if I was like, I'm going to put that guy right there above this guy that I've been watching for a year.
But Wes, they do it.
I was just about to say, you got to realize.
Listen, no. They don't do it. I'm going to tell you, they don't do it. I'm going to tell you what happens is your guy is not there. The only reason that I think the combine comes in place is when you have two like-minded guys that are the exact same thing. So you have two receivers. One went to Michigan, one went to Ohio State. One got 1,100 yards, one got 1,200 yards. One got 9 touchdowns, another got 10 touchdowns. They both stayed out of trouble. Damn, these dudes is basically the same dude. Okay, one ran a 4.7, one ran a 4.6. I'm gonna go with him on this. But bro, that's the only time that the scout that it should be used. Like that's the only time that the
but people get
Must
fired
they
for shit
should.
like that all the time.
Yeah, it's some people
but
that's
listen to me.
very bad at this.
I don't think they're. I don't. But listen to the thing. I don't think they're making these Hail Mary picks off the combine. I think they're making the Hail Mary picks off of what we saw in the season.
I'm not saying that they're going to elevate somebody that got a 5th round grade to the 1st round. But I am saying from what pretty much the same that you're saying. They'll use the combine to take somebody in the top 15 that they might have had on the fringe of being top 20.
The combine is only negative. At this point, it's only negative for you.
It is
It's
rare.
only negative.
It is rare, but you do.
That is true.
Look, you do see people that just appear from the combine, though. That's pretty much what Aaron Donald did, right? Like Aaron Donald went touted like that, but when he got to the Pro Bowl, when he got to the combine, he just was a freak, and everybody was like, "Who is this dude? Like he's short, but he doing all kind of amazing stuff." So his stock just shot through the roof. Then,
hey, but think about this. Think about this. DeMarcus Ware was the same way, because when we drafted DeMarcus Ware, Cowboy Nation was like, "Who? From where?"
He played at Troy, so nobody watched Troy.
You mean Troy?
On that nag.
Shout out to Troy, Alabama.
Every fan had to listen. DeMarcus Lawrence is probably one of the few picks that ain't first. Maybe the 2nd round pick.
DeMarcus Ware,
but that we brought in where you literally had to go where. Like we knew what Tulane was. Like when Tyler Smith got drafted. Tulsa. We was just like Tulsa. I know where Tulsa is. Tulsa. Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing I'm like. Only thing happening in Tulsa is they killing folks and they snitching too. They snitching like a mug out there too. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This has no bearing on Tyler Smith because I don't even think he's from there. He just went to college. But I'm gonna just say this: for a quarter pound of cheese and a McBrink, they will snitch on your ass in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Man, they're going out.
Yes, they're not doing it in Tulsa, Oklahoma. For a McDonald's, for a quarter pounder of cheese and some fries, your ass is going to jail.
Hey, speaking of which, Tyler is from Fort Worth, so it made sense.
Oh, good job. He just went to school there.
Yeah, it made sense that we drafted him. Nothing more
and more
think about it.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Should nobody play harder for you than a Texas kid, though?
That's true, though.
Right.
And
I just said, should nobody play harder for you than a Texas kid? You know what I'm saying?
Somebody I just realized DeMarcus Lawrence is from Texas.
Who?
You mean DeMarcus Ware?
DeMarcus Ware.
I said Tyler
DeMarcus
Smith.
Ware from Alabama.
Yeah. From Alabama?
Yeah, Tyler Smith is from Fort Worth.
Okay. He from Fort Worth?
I think DeMarcus Ware out of
Auburn, if I'm not mistaken. On him.
They probably didn't even offer the boy.
But you know what though? Tulsa has a pipeline in that area because my little cousin, Amy Cooksey, he was a top receiver. He ended up breaking his leg in that car accident his sophomore year. Didn't go back to football. His daddy gave him a business and he never went back, bro.
Yeah, Well was born in Auburn, Alabama. I thought I was right. Yeah, he went to Auburn High School. That's crazy that a whole city got Auburn High School. It's just one. But go ahead.
That's a small thing. But when DeMarcus Lawrence got drafted, bro, nobody really knew who where the University of Troy was. And I ain't gonna lie, most of y'all thought they just was saying USC for short.
Yeah.
But that's what I was gonna say, man. And just to kind of to move on to the next subject, the combine is really about you. Like it's really about your perception of the combine. Really shows how much you watched in college football. Because if you watch if you watch the NFL, combine, and you get all these impressions of all these kids, that means you probably didn't watch a lot of college football last year. You know what I'm saying? Because if you watched a lot of football, you would be like, yeah, he fast, but you know what I'm saying? Or somebody runs slow, you'd be like, yeah, he ran a slow, but he da 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 da. Because you guys got to remember, if someone does something negative at the combine, you know what they're going to use to boost him up? The football. And guess what? If someone does really, really good at the combine and they didn't do good in the league, you know what they're gonna do? But the film. So my thing is this: why not just stick with the film?
In that great moment when them two mesh, though, that's where I find myself. Like if I already like your tape, because some of these dudes I'm already impressed with their tape already. So now when it's time to see what their numbers are, all it's gonna do is give me a little plus on the side of it. That's all.
Right. And then, the other thing that we got to think about with the combine, not all these guys played equal competition. So you can watch somebody tear somebody up on the field, and you don't know how that will translate in the NFL. So sometimes you got a high opinion on them. They play some shitty competition, and then sometimes they go out there to the combine, test amazingly, and then you get a Khalil Mack.
I
Like
eat
nobody
Trey,
could.
or you get a Trey Lance. Hell, you mean, bro?
Are you that too? Like man, listen, Trey Lance had 400 reps in his entire football career. 400 reps before, like even in it. Listen,
Makes no sense,
with his
bro. It makes no sense.
even with his NFL numbers, the man that don't even got 500 reps as a player. That man barely played in high school, barely played in college, barely played in NFL. Man, like I don't know how that shit works.
Hey,
What's
that's
up,
why when
Action?
folks be talking about let's just give Trey Lance a try, I'm like, bro, this dude is still learning how to be a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Let
And
alone a professional.
Trey Lance is a great. And listen to me. The Cowboys theoretically, if you can get a backup quarterback out of it, hey man, you won. You know what I'm saying? You won. Cowboys be like to play around with their second and third round picks anyway. You know what I'm saying? But the expectation of anything more than that, considering that he don't even have the reps, so it's like, bruh, that means right now Trey Lance is mostly athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
He's an
Man, can I?
athletic. He's making his. He's in the NFL because he is athletic. The only problem is, man, that man starts to slow down with you, bruh. And you got to start throwing the ball. You got to read defenses.
All right,
I was gonna say, man. I was gonna say this real quick. Trey Lance is gonna make $5.3 million this year,
Jesus,
and
to
then
be a third string
this is
quarterback.
last. And then this is last year under contract. Let you pick up his 5th-year option. Do you want to think about how much his 5th-year option is as
no,
a top three
I would
pick?
say, as a
no.
quarterback, I would say over $15 million.
Over 20.
Yeah, he
That's what
got
I
a
said.
Cooper
Trey's
Rush.
going to be
Cooper
our
Rush
king
got
for
to
him
go.
too.
Cooper Rush got to go this year. We got
Cooper
to see
Rush.
what the
What you
hell.
mean? Trey Lance got to
We
go.
got to see. No, we got to see what the hell this man finna do.
You're not picking up that boy's option, bruh. You're not picking up
No,
no
no.
backup
I'm
quarterback
saying
$20
you
million
just got to
option.
see him. You got to see him. That's all I'm
We're gonna
saying.
see him. We're gonna see him in preseason.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sure
keep
they're
it
gonna
real
listen.
with his player option. When does his player option kick in?
Next year. If you gotta pick it up, you gotta pick it up at the end of this
So this is the last year Trey Lance is going to be a Dallas Cowboy, unless and I'm going to tell you, then the only way he'll be a Dallas Cowboy next year is if the Dallas Cowboys decline his 5th-year option, he goes into free agency and they re-sign him back. That's it.
So you finna
There's
you
no way he's
saying
going to make $20 million.
you think the Jones is gonna admit that that was the dumbest move of all time?
Hey,
Bruh, they don't got to admit anything. They're
the
not
exact
losing
number.
anything.
If they give
I
it,
found the
yeah,
exact
they
number.
gave up a 4th-round pick.
I found the exact number. It's $22.4 million for Trey Lance 5th-year option. It's officially set.
Hold on.
So if you want Trey Lance in 2025, you will have to pay him 22.4.
Hold on. I know my daughter's calling me. Call me, bro.
Then you
Go ahead.
pretty much in a bind too, bro. Cause think about it. If you don't take him, now you gotta owe him all this money. You gave up your 4th-round pick. You are in a pickle when it comes to Trey Lance, really. That's why I said you might as well get rid of Cooper Rush or either go and get rid of him. I don't know what you do. I really don't know what to do.
I mean, honestly, if he hasn't earned the right to beat out Cooper Rush, I'm not getting rid of Cooper Rush.
I know, but I'm just saying, what are we gonna do with him here? He just over there making money. We just gave up picks. Like, what we gonna do?
Bro, I don't know, man.
This a tough situation, bro.
Listen, nobody told Jerry Jones to do
Nobody did.
Shit,
this will be the diamond. And then that's why I'm saying that's why I don't feel like Trey Lance going nowhere though, because it'll be Jerry and I'm gonna have to admit that was one of the dumbest moves they could have ever did. And he's not that mature. Even at age, 82? I don't think Jerry that mature yet. Like, Jerry gonna stick that out for the long run. You might as well get ready for that.
I'm sure he will, but I know this much. I know for a fact that Trey Lance, somebody got to go. But like you said,
how much money you paying these quarterbacks? That's my point. Somebody has to go in. Go ahead.
I'm just saying there wasn't a 3rd-string quarterback last year that made $2 million. You're finna a 3rd-string quarterback. There was not a 3rd-string quarterback in football that made $2 million.
And you finna pay him how much?
$5. You finna pay him $5 and some change.
And then next year you'll have to pay him 15. No, 22.
No, 22.4. The official numbers are set. Sports Illustrated, Trey Lance contract playing with 5th-year option value. As of 7 hours ago, this must be God because they just updated this shit.
Shout out to you got it. She said, I guess I better pull up some highlight reels. That's the only way I'm gonna see Lance play, yeah. Cause he might not never touch that field for us. Real talk. Like it don't make no sense. This was a stupid spontaneous move by Jerry Jones. He didn't even, it seemed like he didn't even consult with nobody. He just like, hey, quarterback. That's like, bro, did you even see the dude? He former first round quarterback. He just went and jumped on it and didn't even consult with nobody, man. Like, why would you do that with a quarterback? Like that right there alone to me feel like it was him being malicious, man. Like we can go on here to say it now. That was him being malicious because he didn't even think the plan out well. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even think it out well. Like,
he wanted
some leverage on Dak. That's why that's all this was.
He wanted leverage. He wanted leverage. He didn't have leverage. He tried to create leverage. And only thing he did was get rid of a 4th-round pick, damage the cap by adding a $5 million salary hit. And now Dak Prescott, coming off of finishing second in the MVP vote, still has all the leverage in the world in these contract negotiations, Jerry Jones.
Think about this, though. Let's see, can we spin this? Can we hit one of those Shutters Island plot twists on this, though? All right.
What you know about
What you know about it, man? I'm a connoisseur.
I don't watch about 50,000 times.
I do this. All right. What about this plot twist? What about this plot twist? Okay. Do you think Jerry was willing to give up a 4th-round pick just to light a fire up under Dak? Because we know pressurized Dak is the best Dak. It's always been like that. When Dak got a threat of a quarterback behind him, that's when he played.
My question to you is, do you think Dak Prescott even looked at Trey Lance as a threat?
He had to. Did you hear how snappy they was when they asked Dak about that?
Yeah, because his homeboy just
Dak was like
after blue.
Like, I'm not surprised. Like Dak was a little mad about that. Dak was like, I'm not surprised about anything they do over here these days. Like Dak was a little annoyed, saying like,
who went to with Dak Prescott to Atlanta for that trip? Was it Cooper Rush or was it the other boy?
What trip again?
The trip. They took a trip.
Oh, Atlanta. That was Cooper Rush, right?
No.
Oh, he took Trey Lance?
No, not Trey Lance.
Ooh.
The boy that ain't here no more.
Oh, Will Greer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Will Greer were close.
Yeah, true.
People don't know that. That's why Dak Prescott was upset.
Mad that interview. Yeah.
Because that was Will Greer's last game with the Dallas Cowboys. He called plays trying to make sure that he got a job somewhere. He was not happy about that move. That move rubbed Dak Prescott the wrong way entirely. That's his boy.
Yeah,
like he really fucked with Will Greer. So I believe it had more to do with that than bringing in a quarterback that couldn't beat out Sam Darnold in his eyes.
True.
Like, he ain't playing the politics. You come over here from your last gig. I'm just looking at the depth chart. Okay, you didn't beat this nigga out. You didn't beat this nigga out.
Yeah,
right,
I was just trying my plot twist, man. You know, Jerry nefarious, man. He's just
one thing I will say about professional athletes, even the one that come off like nice guys, these niggas is arrogant.
Yeah,
and you have to have a level of arrogance to play at this level.
To be great at this level too. Yeah, egotistical.
You have to think like, man, this nigga can't fuck.
Can't nobody touch me. And then you got to maintain that mindset no matter what the circumstances is. Yeah, that's the only way you're going to be still good when your time comes. That's the only way. Mm-hmm. I bet money is some third screen. Jalen Tolbert probably feel like he that nigga straight up. Man, you can't tell Jalen Tolbert nothing right now. I bet money. And he ain't even got his opportunity yet, but he going to have to have that level of confidence so when his time comes, he ready for the moment. That's just how it is.
Right. And that's life. So that's why I'm saying, like, when you look at it from that lens, like, man, he probably felt more pressure when Andy Dalton came over there, man. Like, I think Andy Dalton was more of a threat to Dak Prescott than Trey Lance.
Yeah, the red rifle, huh?
Yeah, like at least Andy Dalton was a Pro Bowl quarterback. He was a multi-time Pro Bowl quarterback with a winning record when he came to Dallas. That was more of a concern for Dak Prescott than a damn Trey Lance who can't get on the field.
True.
And Dak Prescott went out that bitch almost through 6,000 yards.
Went crazy. He went crazy. That's what I'm saying. I know pressurized Dak though. Like now, look, even if he didn't look at the player, okay, listen. even if he didn't look at Trey Lance like, oh, he a threat to my job. Let's say this. He still looked at it as a spit in the face type vibe, though. You know what I'm saying? He still looked at it like, what you doing? Like, you cut me in the back type vibe. I bet money Dak still took that as an insult. Because think about it. He like, you over here playing with our 4th round picks. We could have got something that we needed with that. You see what I'm saying?
Nigga, I was a 4th round pick.
He like, he got something. Man, then I ain't gonna count. Trey Lance kind of looked like a young Dak, bro. Like, I'm talking about, he looked like he just went and tried to clone a Dak. He said, I'm gonna use a 4th round pick on a quarterback. He looked like Dak. You know, hey, I don't know, man. Jerry nefarious, man. You gotta watch him.
Jerry is nefarious.
You gotta watch.
You gotta pray over Jerry at this point.
You gotta watch him. But
he said, you guys keep that same energy because I'm going to remind you guys of it. That man is the 1st round draft pick for a reason. No, he's not.
A lot of Daniel people was 1st round draft picks.
Daniel Jones, the 1st round draft pick, man. What we talking about? That man, how many sorry ass 1st round picks do you know?
Jamarcus Russell was a 1st round pick.
Jameis Winston was a 1st round pick.
First overall. Let's say that.
Man, matter of fact, what was the other boy that came in out of Oregon with Jameis Winston? He's out the league right now. He was the Eagles' backup quarterback.
Out of Oregon.
Oh, Mariota.
Oh, Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota 1st round pick, man. Like Ryan Lee 1st round pick, man. We got to stop this. He was 1st round pick for a reason. Yeah, because they drafted him there. That don't mean he's good.
Just like we just told Wes, like some of these people are actually bad at their job. That's why they don't keep them. You know what I'm saying? Like it is people who are actually terrible at this drafting stuff. Like they really are. And that's why you see teams that perpetually be bad all year. Like for 10 years, they be consistently bad because they over there drafting bad with bad draft scouts and stuff. Like, so you can be, just because you doing this job, that don't mean you good at the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you are an NFL scout, that don't mean you are a good NFL scout. Like an NFL scout might be better than us at projecting a player. Maybe, but they might not be. Let's say if it's a top-notch NFL draft expert, a draft scout is a 10. It's still some draft experts that's in the league that's a 2 or 1. You know what I'm saying? That's just barely hanging on. So just because you're doing the job, that don't mean you absolutely a great person for the job.
Yeah, Iceberg, he went number 6 overall. He was the 6th overall pick. Mitch Trubisky went over Patrick Mahomes.
And what's it called?
Deshaun Watson. And yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like we like 1st round pick means absolutely nothing.
Name all the quarterbacks that went over that.
Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, they were 1st round picks.
Even the Dak haters wouldn't take them people over that.
And I'm not even saying they're bad. I'm just saying like they're not even better quarterbacks.
Even a Dak hater wouldn't take none of them quarterbacks that they took over Dak right now. You wouldn't. Maybe Goff. Some people may take Goff, but Dak better than Goff too.
He is. I mean, he doesn't have an all-pro selection. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people use team accomplishments over what an individual player does, but you know, nobody is going to take. Nobody is going to take. What was the boy that played for the Ravens?
Who?
The quarterback that won the Super Bowl, not Joe.
Not Joe. You talking about?
Can't even think of his name. How sorry he was.
Tough. I can't even give it to you. I know somebody in the chat got it for us.
Yeah, so I'll use a different example. Nobody would take Brad Johnson over Warren Moon. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl, but nobody thinks that he's better than Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon.
Trent Dilfer.
Thank you. Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, and he is still not better than Warren Moon, who had a 3-7 record in the postseason.
You can spy Trent Dilfer in the lineup right now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
Well, Trent Dilfer is on TV though, right? He used to be. He used to be an analyst though.
Still don't know. Yeah, Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl, and nobody would take him over Dan Fouts. You know what I'm saying? Like just because your team help propel you to a Super Bowl or a championship or this appearance and that appearance, we still got to come down to who was a better individual player sometimes, man.
Yeah, just like it's a lot of people like that, man. Yeah, Flacco won the best quarterback. He just played good in the playoffs.
He was great in the
miraculously. I don't even understand it. That's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Like
I'll say this about Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco is better than the other two quarterbacks we named.
him and Eli. It's just some like they wonders of the world, bro. They wonders of the world.
Jeff Hostetler, Mark Ripien, like, man, there's a bunch of average ass quarterbacks that won titles, and there's a bunch of great quarterbacks that never won.
Dan Marino better than all of them.
Yeah, Dan Marino is still that
Dan
dude.
Marino better than all of them, and he ain't sniff a ring.
Yeah, like Dan Marino still like that.
So
man.
Is Eli Manning better than Dan Marino?
Hell no.
That don't even sound right comparing them.
Nick Foles is a Super Bowl MVP. Is he
Nick Foles better than Josh Allen? Is he better than Lamar Jackson? Is he better than, you know what I'm saying? Is he better than any of those guys? No.
Yeah. People forget, man. Like you could, there's all-time great players that ain't got a ring. I know we shitted on Cam Newton 100,000 times. Yeah. Cam Newton was really like that before he got hurt.
He was a good player.
You know, we shit on Matt Ryan a lot. Matt Ryan was a real good quarterback.
For a long
MVP.
time.
League MVP.
Shit, Phillip Rivers was like that for a long time.
Phillip Rivers, one of the most prolific passers in NFL history.
Phillip Rivers was a beast for real, bro, but he just didn't never win then. You know what I'm saying?
Steve McNair, Air McNair, MVP, and people were still going to put aside
Tony Romo. Shit.
Tony Romo, man. Tony Romo retired one of the most accurate passes. I know people think about the picks. He had one of the best completion percentages in NFL history.
Tony was that deal, man. I still rock. I can't help it, bro. I'm a fan, bro. I still kind of rock with Romo, bro. That dude gave me a lot of good times and good memories, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Jim Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls and lost them all. Still was a great player.
What the other dude? What his name? Doug Flutie. You remember Doug Flutie? Doug Flutie was hard. Low key, he was hard. He went. He probably went as good as these dudes we naming, but he was still a problem out there. Jake the Snake, you know what I'm saying?
Man, folks don't even remember Fran Tarkenton was going crazy like that, man. That was for a lot of folks' time, but Fran Tarkenton was, man. I think he's still like number 11 all time in passing yards. That man played back in the 70s and shit.
True, Jeff Garcia, yeah. Man, this is not an individual sport, y'all. And you shouldn't. I don't know who was responsible for putting wins and losses by the quarterback name, bro. It's really crazy for real.
It done messed up people's minds.
It's really crazy, man. Think about it like this. This is how outlandish it is. Just imagine if you put wins and losses by your linebacker name. It's just another position on here now. It's the most important position. But still, are they single-handedly responsible for wins and losses? No. The quarterback could be playing at an all-time great Pro Bowl, All-Pro, Hall of Fame level, but his offensive line could be out there laying an egg, and he's finna lose. Man, his wide receivers can have bricks for hands and drop everything. Ain't got nothing to do with him.
McNabb was hard too, though.
Hey, I used to love McNabb at Syracuse. I ain't gonna go. That boy was hard.
Man, I know he ended up going to an op. That man was nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was hard in college for sure. But yeah, man. But before we get up out of here, man, what kind of free agency vibe you want to be on going into this? Because the draft talk is basically assuming that we gonna do something significant in free agency. I actually had a dream that we got somebody, but I don't.
Who you dream?
I had a dream we got somebody. I swear I woke up and was like, damn, it's not real. I was very upset. You know what I'm saying? But
you missed the point of the entire conversation. The point was a bunch of good quarterbacks did not win anything.
Yeah.
So I think it went over your head what we were talking about.
Yeah, Michael Vick is a great one too. Vick was hard.
Yeah,
bro.
we literally just sat here and named all-time good quarterbacks that did not win.
That didn't win no championship. That didn't get the ultimate team success. That was the whole point of the conversation.
Yeah, but go down the list. Go down the list and re-listen to those names. None of those dudes won championships we brought up.
So if Jared just said HTM Sports, you get to pick any free agent that you want, and I got you. Just say it and it's done. Who would that player be? You just get one to add to this team in 2024. Now
let me ask you this question: is it somebody that because I'm trying to just premise this. There are people that I know for a fact are signing back with their own team. Can I include them in?
Yeah, you can.
Or okay, Chris Jones.
Okay.
That man won the Super Bowl for them.
Yeah.
Chris Jones.
Just an unlimited budget. I ain't even say if you got a trade or not. We just gonna say free agents.
Yeah, free agents.
Yeah. And for me, I think it'll probably be somebody like Bobby Wagner, or either maybe it's just so far-fetched I can't even say a wide receiver. Like, I don't know if y'all understand my agenda. The reason I'm banging so hard in draft for receiver is because I know the receiver market is so high that the Joneses would never do it in free agency. You're going to have to pay one of these guys $20 million, right? Yeah, that's not finna happen. So that's why I'm banging so hard for wide receiver in the draft.
And you got to pay CD 30.
It's not happening. And we still need wide receiver help. We do. So we know for a fact Dollar Bill Jones is not finna pay none of those country wide receivers nothing. He's not finna do it. Ain't no way he finna put up $20 million for Mike Evans or Calvin Ridley or somebody like that. He's not finna do it. So I don't even want to tease myself like that. So that's why I'm saying go do it in the draft. These super expensive positions, go get it in the draft. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure you be aggressive and go get somebody who you almost sure of. Don't sit there and wait on anybody that fall to you. That's my thing about it.
I completely agree with you. Because, the Joneses are cheap as hell. We might end up not paying our own players. So, that's the scary part. Because if you don't go ahead and get these extensions done with Dak and CD Lamb and it gotta, fester for another season, and you're wondering how all this shit is gonna play off, you completely limit your ability to even shop at free agency.
Okay, I got one more for you. Oh, go ahead.
Can I finish this train of thought? What if they don't? What if they intentionally don't extend Dak Prescott and CD Lamb so they can have the excuse not to go out there and shop at free agency?
Just self-sabotage, man.
Because remember, they can get underneath the cap now fairly easily because you're only $8 million in the hole. If you cut Michael Gallup and you restructure Trey and Zach Martin, you're to the good, and then you can sign one or two low level dudes like they do every year after that.
Okay, this is what I'm about to say. Is it one free agent on this football team who you assign?
On our team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyron Smith.
That's kind of
I mean, but he's free agent.
It's kind of a bailout, but
it's not really.
It is.
Not
everybody
really.
wants.
Is he not a shout out to Dunny Holmes? Man. He said my guys Henny and LandLord. Shout out to West Coast.
What's happening?
Yeah, man.
Let me see who mine will be.
You said
I signed Gilly then. I signed Gilly back.
That's fair. See there.
I know.
You still had one in the clip.
Yeah. I signed Gilly back. No problem. Do y'all got any question before we get up out of here? Because I gotta go.
Yeah, he gotta go to work and shit in the morning.
I got a new schedule, y'all. I'm gonna try to make my shows at around about 5 p.m. in the evening for the foreseeable future. I'll let y'all know. But my schedule been in shambles. That's why you haven't been seeing me as much. I've been finally make sure I can come out here and give y'all some content some way, one way or another. But for the foreseeable future, my shows going forward should be around about 5 p.m. In the evening. Yeah, tomorrow and so on and so forth. But y'all make sure y'all holler at your boy. And shout out to y'all.
Indeed, man. Said thoughts on Will Shipley.
I like him.
I mean, I like him as well.
Syracuse,
I'm not sure
right?
No,
Clemson. I knew it one of them orange teams.
It's an orange team. So, I'll say this. He's not my top running back in this draft, but I like him. I like him for the Dallas Cowboys.
Somebody else asked me about Breland, too. That's Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, the big.
I like both of them backs. I like both of them. I feel like they can come in and power up with somebody. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. We don't have any running backs to even be stingy or.
Well, we just signed Snoop Connell to a future deal out of Mississippi, out of Ole Miss last year. He'll power back. He'll power back.
shout out to Snoop Connor. I hope that you play like the other Connor, that boy that played for Arizona. I
Yeah,
hope you come in.
yeah.
I hope you come in and play like him. But yeah, man. We ain't got no running backs on the roster. So anybody you name, I'm down for it because we thirsty.
Facts. But make sure you let the people know where to find you at, man. I gotta go ahead and slide.
All right, man. It's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store. Come and sub to the page on YouTube. It's HTM Sports. We're still on the road to 2,000 subs. Right now, I got 1,920 something.
Man,
So
let's
y'all
get
go
HTM
ahead.
to that 2K, man. Y'all quit playing, man. Quit playing. Everybody in the trap, go over there and make sure you sub. You might have forgot, you know what I'm saying? Show up and show out for my boy HTM. Make sure he gonna get that 2K, man. Let's get it done.
Indeed, he said, "What you think about Cody Schrader, Missouri?" I haven't
I
seen
ain't
enough
seen
of him
him.
to. Yeah, I haven't seen enough of him to give you a straight up answer, but we will look at him before it's all said and done. He said he like Lad McConkey. I don't like his stats and production at Georgia.
That's gonna be a tough sell for me.
Me too.
He look like he could be a good slot, you know what I'm saying? But I don't
And
think we
you got
need a
CD
slot.
Lamb.
Yeah.
See, CD Lamb plays over 70% of his snaps at the
I
slot.
want
You're
a
looking for an
whole
outside
different
receiver.
build, a whole different archetype of a receiver. You know what I'm saying? I want a big dude who can high point the football, big time catch radius. I think Dak been missing that his whole career. Outside of Dez, and he got the back end of Dez. Dez was a catch radius kind of guy, but he got the back end of Dez. You know what I'm saying? Give Dak somebody that's a big target, man. I think Dak could cook. It be times that he be needing it and he don't have it. I could tell. And now he using Michael Gallup like that. Y'all remember all them questionable passes he throw at Gallup? We be like, what is he doing? He throw the ball out high and you know what I'm saying? It just don't be making sense. He need that skill set, in my opinion. He really do. And he
I
try to
agree.
get it out of a tight end or Michael Gallup, and it just don't be working like that. Hold on. Who the hell is Christian McCaffrey 2.0, Thomas? I'm finna watch him right now. What's his name?
Hell yeah. It's the boy Cody Schrader he just mentioned.
I'll be looking at him when we get up off of here.
Shit, me too.
Yes, sir.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
That sounds too wild, you know. But y'all know, man, I go by LandLord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all make sure y'all tap in for the win. Hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Until the next time, you understand? Let's go.
Let's get it. Oh, this man had 1,627 yards last year rushing. Okay, yeah. I'm finna look at him. I'm gonna holler at y'all though, man. It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting